Good morning. This is Psychic Medium Danielle Garcia with your energy forecast for the week. Today is March 8th. How are you doing? How are you surviving all of those fluctuating readings and non-readings that have been going on with the Schumann resonance? It has been definitely a bumpy weekend, to say the least, when it comes to that type of energy and vibration. Schumann resonance is the energy read of planet Earth. It is supposed to read, our normal read, I should say, is 7.83 hertz. Now, something has been going on with electromagnetic storms, with geomagnetic storms, with solar flares, with all sorts of different quote-unquote space weather, and that's definitely stirring things up. This past 3 days, we've gone off chart, off graph, meaning can't read it. Just can't read it. A complete blackout. And that's substantial. That is not something that is of the norm. Although, if you look at the readings over the last 3 months, that is happening more frequently. If you look on the readings over the last couple of years, that's substantial because it's not the norm. We are fluctuating more over the last 2 years than we have over, say, the last 5 or 10. I believe Schumann has been around and been read. I'm not even going to give you my calculation on that because I don't want to be wrong, but it's been over 20 years. I can't remember if it was 52 or 72 when it came in, but it's been around for a while. So this isn't something that, just came up over the last few months and now it's going crazy because we, it's a new technology or something like that. So many different headaches, dehydration, sleep issues, stomach issues, blurred vision, all sorts of different things. Now, depending on who you follow, depending on who you, believe, depending on what your gut says, and so on and so forth, these are all ascension symptoms. Okay, I get it. If the Earth's magnetism and if the Earth's energy changes, it's definitely going to affect us. And as we change, grow, evolve, it's not all going to be rainbows and unicorns. There are going to be some growing pains. So I totally get that. As an older light worker, I've been hearing about ascension symptoms from the very get-go, and I understand it. However, I'm freaking tired of it, okay? Let's just freaking ascend already. Get over all the physical stuff. Get over all the emotional stuff. Download it, light code it, whatever you need to do. Let's just move on. I'm ready. Anybody else with me? Because I'm ready. Let's set that intention out there, shall we? Moving on. Themes for this week. 1, being accountable. What are you trying to hide from? What are you trying to deny? What are you trying to push away? You're going to have a lot of red flags coming up in your face this week about being accountable, being responsible for yourself, taking ownership, taking responsibility. That's a big running theme for this week. Another running theme is take no shit. I love this one. Take no shit means you're not a doormat. Don't let people walk all over you. It doesn't mean that you have to be a raging bitch about it or a jerk or, impolite. But basically, if someone is pushing your buttons, tell them. If someone is taking advantage of you, tell them. Set the boundary. Let them know how you feel. Allow yourself to express. Oh, and there's my reminder. Cut those cords. Set those boundaries. Now more than ever before, we not only need to be accountable, but we also need to take no shit. Because if you keep letting people take advantage of you, pull from you, energy vampires, etc., well, how are you going to deal with all the rest of the changes going on? How are you going to deal with the rest of your life? Because you only have 100% of your energy, right? And if you're giving it away here and you're giving it away there and you're giving it away here, and then you calibrate your energy, oh, I'm down to 60% now. Would you want your car to run at 60%? Would you want your cell phone to run at 60%? Probably not. So don't let you run at 60%. Don't you run at less than capacity, because you're giving your power away here and you're giving your power away there. Remember, this week and weeks forward, take no shit. I love that theme for this week. Another theme for this week is action, action, action. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, if you've been thinking about, oh, I should do that, oh, I should make that phone call, oh, I should put in that resume, oh, I should start on this project, now is the time. You're going to get a lot of nudges from the universe this week. So action, action, action. Take action. Go forward. Even if you don't have the whole plan in your mind, even if you don't know exactly where it's going to lead you, action, action, action. Don't hold back. Go forward. We still have 7 more weeks till any of the planets are in retrograde. Woohoo! So again, great energy for manifesting. Tuesday, tomorrow, we will have 4 planetary bodies in Aquarius, creating another Aquarian Stellium. Mercury, the Moon, Jupiter, and Saturn will all be under Aquarius. Relationships may fade away, they might be strained, or they may come back around. So pay very close attention to relationships this week. Let's take a deeper dive into each different planetary body that is in Aquarius this week. Well, first we have Mercury. Mercury is all about communication, curiosity, opportunity, opinions, reasoning, and organization. Now, Mercury is unlike some of the other planets where it has a convertible, it's called convertible masculine, I believe. Again, don't quote me on that. So basically, Mercury will take whatever is the dominant male or female planetary force going on. I hope that makes sense. So if there were 3 planets in a feminine energy and 4 planets in masculine energy, Mercury would then be masculine because it's convertible masculine. It will go towards whatever is the dominant planet, masculine or feminine. I hope that makes sense. Makes sense to me. And it's Monday, folks. Looking at the moon is a feminine energy, right? It's the divine feminine. It's about embracing shadow. It's emotional. It's personal self. It's nurturing, and it's also about how we relate to others. Jupiter is a masculine sign. Internalization, deep thinking, good fortune, wealth, and leisure. Saturn is responsibility, commitment, discipline, hard work, structure, and karma. So lots of male planets, right? And when we think about male, we think about protection, we think about the warrior, we think about bravery, courage, strength, all of those different things. And if you look at the attributes of these different planets, some of them are opposite, right? So you might feel this push and pull this week over different things. You may get super emotional, and then it might be like, oh, I just got to pull up my big girl panties and march on forward because I'm done being sad. I'm done being emotional. I'm done stressing about it. I just got to go forward. So don't be surprised this week if it's kind of like having the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder, talking back and forth to one another. You might get that push and pull type of energy. Whenever there are stelliums, this means acceleration. So anything you want to focus on, anything you want to bring into your reality, now is a great time to do it. If you have rituals, if you have ceremonies, if you have prayers, if you have manifestations that you want to focus on, this week is optimum time to do that. It's about thinking about really what you want to bring in. If you want to focus on your career this week, to accelerate in, focus on that. Health, wealth, relationship, etc. Great time. New moon comes forward Saturday the 13th. It will be a Pisces new moon. So as the moon will be in Pisces, Venus and Neptune will also be aligned, creating this beautiful, nice, heartfelt energy. Lots and lots of heart work for the new moon, lots of focusing on the heart chakra activation, healing of the heart awakening, and really think about self-care and relationship with self. Saturday would be, every day is an optimum time for self-care, but Saturday would be a nice time for you to do some type of ritual, some type of ceremony, go get your nails done, go take a hike, take a salt bath, whatever that thing is for you, to focus on self. And when you're focusing on self, really take a moment and think about the differences between little me and big me. Little me is ego. Little me is doubting self. Little me is the one that tells you you can't, you won't, you're not good enough. Big me is spirit. Big me is soul. Big me is higher self. That's the one that tells you, yes, go forward. You got this. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You're successful. When you're taking that time to devote to self, see those polar opposites, because little me is kind of like that devil on your shoulder, right? And big me is like that angel on your shoulder. It's that duality, and it's by learning through duality and experiencing duality that we really do rise above into those higher vibrations and higher awarenesses, right? So claim what you love about yourself this week. I'm going to draw some cards and see where that goes. This week I am drawing from the Magical Dimensions deck. I totally love this one. So let's see what comes forward as messages. All right, first card. Root portal, vitality, stability, and survival. Fearful. Ooh, interesting. Take a look at that. Lots and lots and lots of energy going on right here, right? What are you afraid of? What are you surviving? What is stable in your life? What do you fear about yourself? Because sometimes we create different scenarios where we sabotage our highest best good, right? Because we're fearful of really getting to that level of success, that level of love, that level of health, wealth, whatever it might be. So this is a wonderful reflection of looking deeper within, and also taking responsibility, being accountable. We're accountable for our own energy. We can't keep pointing the finger and saying, okay, I feel like crap because of you, this, that, and the other. Well, okay, are all of those different factors in your life going to magically come in and, put their wand over you and make it all better? No, you're the one that makes it better. All right, the next one, dreamscape, dream work, subconscious, and imagination. I love this beautiful transformative butterfly. There's lots of crystals in here too. Looks like there's a bird flying over as well, taking the higher perspective. Check this one out. What a great card. So much stuff going on in here. What I feel from this is going deeper, going into that place of complexity within to truly understand worth and worthwhile functioning of life. Asking them what they mean by that. What is worth your time? What is not worth your time? All right, and I had a card fall down, pop it on my deck. What a nice conclusion card. Transformation, metamorphosis, synchronicity, the unexpected. What a beautiful card. I love this. So what would you like to transform this week? What would you like to be surprised by? Think of those different things. Think of the energies coming in this week. Think of how you're dealing with those energies. Even as I say that, my guides are like, Yeah, you might want to take your own advice because the more I say how crappy these different fluctuations of energy are, the crappier I deal with them, right? So, good lesson for me as well. I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed week.